Japanese automakers Honda and Nissan have announced plans to join forces, forming the world's third-largest automaker by sales. The two companies signed a memorandum of understanding this morning, with a smaller Nissan Alliance member Mitsubishi Motors also agreeing to join the talks. Honda has just shaken the world with a groundbreaking announcement that could change the future of electric vehicles forever. The company's CEO has unveiled a revolutionary all-solid-state battery capable of fully charging in just 10 minutes. The all-solid-state battery with a high energy density and stable characteristics is expected to be a game-changer that accelerates the adoption of electric vehicles, a feat that seemed impossible until now. Could this be the breakthrough that makes electric cars the undeniable future of transportation? The future of driving might arrive sooner than we ever imagined. Before diving into Honda's new battery breakthrough, it's worth taking a closer look at why lithium-ion technology, once heralded as the gold standard, started feeling outdated for large-scale electric mobility. Lithium-ion cells first caught on in portable electronics, propelling the rise of smartphones, laptops, and other gadgets we rely on daily. They delivered a decent balance of energy density, cost, and reliability at a consumer scale. For a while, laptops running for hours and phones lasting nearly a day felt like magic. However, when automakers attempted to scale up lithium-ion packs for full-sized electric vehicles, several limitations became hard to ignore. First, there's the issue of safety. Lithium-ion batteries typically use a liquid or gel electrolyte that flies ions from one electrode to another. That mild-sounding liquid is actually flammable, which creates a potential risk of overheating, and in the worst cases, fires or explosions. Though battery fires are rare, they grab headlines when they happen, and the mere possibility of a thermal runaway event made engineers cautious about how fast or how often these batteries could be charged. Beyond safety, lithium-ion batteries also hit a ceiling in terms of how quickly they can be refilled with energy. Charging too quickly forces ions through the cell at a pace that can degrade the battery or create localized heating hotspots. That's why typical electric vehicle owners factor in the possibility of waiting anywhere from a half hour to a few hours to top off their battery, especially under less than ideal conditions. For someone accustomed to a 5-minute gas station stop, this slower charging speed still feels like a step backward. There's also the matter of energy density, how much juice you can fit in a given volume or weight. Lithium-ion packs are relatively heavy, and while they perform decently, they can't match the energy density of advanced solid-state cells that exist in research labs. A heavier battery reduces an electric vehicle's range and affects driving dynamics, sometimes forcing automakers to compromise on design. Plus, these batteries degrade over time, meaning electric vehicle owners may experience diminishing driving range as the vehicle ages. Honda, with its background in methodical innovation, had been quietly assessing next-generation battery technologies for years. Since Honda founded its Marysville plant more than 40 years ago, they've witnessed a massive evolution in technology, and now it will become the first Honda plant globally to assemble battery packs for their new fleet of electric vehicles. Once it became evident that lithium-ion cells couldn't keep up with the growing demands for quicker and safer charging, Honda saw an opening for something radically different. In adopting solid-state cells, the brand aimed not just to fix small irritations, but to elevate electric mobility to a level that could surpass traditional vehicles in nearly every category. And the first glimpses of Honda's new battery concept, charging in just about 10 minutes, was enough to capture the attention of the entire auto industry. While many storied companies have introduced iconic models, Honda's identity revolves around the act of engineering itself. The brand might be best known for the Civic, Accord, or CR-V, but behind those roads is a culture that prioritizes thoughtful problem-solving from the early days. Soichiro Honda. Soichi's philosophy was that a mechanic's intuition should guide development as much as marketing analyses or boardroom decisions. This down-to-earth approach shaped the entire company, leading to real-world solutions rather than half-baked gimmicks. In the 1970s, while other companies were dabbling with ideas to meet stricter emissions regulations, Honda introduced the CVCC engine, which was so clean, it met the standards without needing a catalytic converter. Engineering feats like that helped cement its reputation as a forward-thinking brand willing to question traditional methods. Jump ahead a few decades and Honda was one of the first to seriously invest in hybrid systems, releasing models like the Insight, which challenged the notion that hybrids had to be impractical or clunky. This thread of sustainability and innovation carried forward into the 21st century, culminating in experiments with hydrogen fuel cell vehicles like the Honda Clarity. This is the 2017 Honda Clarity fuel cell vehicle. It runs exclusively on hydrogen, which means its only emission is water. Yes, the infrastructure for hydrogen still lags behind, but the important thing was that Honda kept broadening its horizons. Whether it was building robots like Asimo or developing almost silent leaf blowers, the company's research and development portfolio stretched far beyond just making engines. But a crucial difference in Honda's approach is its refusal to hype a technology until it's confident in the data. That caution can sometimes come across as conservatism, especially in an auto market that loves bold promises. Yet, for Honda enthusiasts, it's validating to see that when the company commits to something, it's rarely a hollow public relations stunt. This faith in engineering thoroughness is crucial as the conversation shifts entirely to electric vehicles. Drivers who rely on Honda products for daily commuting or family road trips expect more than flashy announcements. They want reliability that endures for years. When Honda first hinted that it was diving into all solid-state battery technology, many industry watchers took notice. Some were excited, others skeptical. Could the brand that's famous for dependable gasoline engines and reliable hybrids truly master the complexities of a next-generation battery cell? As more details trickled out, including the possibility of a 10-minute full recharge, it became clear that this was no fleeting experiment. It was a natural progression of Honda's obsession with tackling engineering problems head-on, and it promised to reshape not just the Honda lineup, but the landscape of electric mobility itself. The spotlight turned to Honda when it announced its all-solid-state batteries capable of charging in around 10 minutes. That time frame was faster than almost anyone could have imagined for an electric vehicle. Instead of focusing on a marginal improvement, Honda's approach felt like a quantum leap, addressing every key point that typically deters would-be electric vehicle buyers: sluggish charging, nagging safety worries, and concerns about longevity. In traditional lithium-ion cells, ions move through a liquid or gel electrolyte, which can be prone to overheating or leaking if something goes wrong. By contrast, in Honda's new setup, the electrolyte is entirely solid. While the details of the composition remain guarded like any cutting-edge technology, we know that its stable structure significantly lowers the risk of fire and allows for faster ion flow under certain conditions. That's really the foundation for why these batteries can recharge so quickly without incurring damage. Behind this release, Honda poured resources into perfecting the manufacturing steps necessary to produce these solid cells at scale. Making one or two batteries in a lab under pristine conditions is one thing, but churning out thousands or even millions with consistent quality is far more daunting. Each cell must be pressed or layered in a manner that leaves no room for impurities or microscopic gaps. Honda's deep-seated expertise in highly automated manufacturing and its world-renowned quality control systems provided a formidable, almost natural advantage in this new and demanding field of solid-state battery development. While the company has kept some of the most intricate details of its proprietary solid-state electrolyte and cell construction under wraps, its official statements and technical presentations consistently emphasize a breakthrough achievement. These next-generation batteries are engineered to pack a significantly denser concentration of power into a more compact and stable form factor compared to the conventional lithium-ion packs that dominate the current electric vehicle market. This fundamental improvement in energy density is the key that unlocks a new paradigm for electric vehicle design. For automotive engineers, it presents a thrilling set of options. A future Honda electric vehicle could utilize this technology to achieve a substantial reduction in overall vehicle weight. Since the battery pack, the single heaviest component, would be smaller and lighter for the same amount of energy, while simultaneously enabling a longer driving range. This combination of lightness and extended range would not only improve efficiency, but also enhance handling and performance. Alternatively, designers could choose to maintain a vehicle's current weight and dimensions, dedicating the saved space to other features or simply a larger passenger cabin, while using the energy density boost to push the vehicle's range to new heights, potentially matching or even exceeding the distance afforded by a full tank of gasoline in a conventional car. Crucially, either of these outcomes directly confronts what industry analysts and consumers alike have long identified as the primary Achilles heel of mass electric vehicle adoption: range anxiety. the pervasive fear of being stranded with a depleted battery has been a significant psychological and practical barrier for many potential buyers. By offering a credible path to EVs that are lighter, more efficient, and capable of traveling much farther on a single, quicker charge, Honda's solid-state technology has the potential to fundamentally alter the public perception of electric mobility.